CiderCore, Arizona's premier craft cider company with its bottling taproom in Mesa, needs some Facebook help. With just a little under 9,000 followers, CiderCore is neglecting a very powerful advertising venue by posting sporadically. It's my aim to introduce a new content strategy which would boost engagement on Facebook and thereby raise sales. The current Facebook content is formative. Upcoming events, new flavors, celebrating accomplishments. Journal tone of CiderCore is very dry and news-like. It's a bulletin board. Nothing wrong with that, don't stop. But by adding a touch of humor and leveraging video, CiderCore could do more to gain new followers and grow their brand through greater engagement. A brief SWOT analysis of the brand finds the largest craft cider in Arizona, CiderCore is a veteran family-owned business, and they tend to do very well. Not only is cider gluten-free, but is also associated with healthful characteristics, and in addition to flagship flavors, they offer a variety of seasonal offerings. Weaknesses aren't really available anywhere, and limited distribution hamstrings CiderCore, and a higher price point does it no favors. Only adults over 21 can consume alcoholic beverages. Opportunity, CiderCore has untapped opportunity in the video side. Video has a huge reach, and CiderCore has all but neglected this avenue. Additionally, the taproom with its rotating flavors providing direct consumer feedback, but also a venue to create content. Using local influencers and creating meaningful content could boost sales in a very direct way. And climate change could play a role in apple production and bacteria. The production process could lead to poisonings, and those are both very real existential threats. Marketplace competitors now. Angry Orchard dominates the U.S. market for cider. Its Facebook followers number approximately 100 times CiderCore and around 900,000, with posts being humorous. Closer to home, we find Austin East Ciders with distribution throughout the Southwest and only 5 times the amount of followers. Their posts aren't really not much unlike CiderCore's. Interestingly, engagement on either competitor's post is not much more lively than CiderCore's. Speaking of CiderCore's audience, presumptively CiderCore drinkers, predominantly from Mesa, Arizona, cider drinkers are pretty much an even split male-female. But for now, let's focus on men. Introducing Buddy Brad, our persona. He's mid-30s, makes a solid living, drives a truck, and likely your next-door neighbor if you live in Mesa, heck, even Gilbert.
Dogs. You like dogs? Oh, dogs.
Strengths? Well, being family and veteran-owned small business appeals to Brad's sense of identity. Price point is a bit higher than the competition, but Brad can handle it. Opportunities, leverage local influencers, and partnering with, as well as producing engaging video content are 2 ways CiderCore can grow Brad and engage Brad. Climate change and contamination can present existential threats, but Brad doesn't care about that. CiderCore's primary directive is to sell cider. A great thing about their business model is their involvement with charities like Wounded Vets and 21 Jumps, donating $1 for every cider to brain injury research. So the more cider CiderCore sells, the better it is, not just for business, but the community at large as well. Growing CiderCore's Facebook followers is a great way to increase the brand's visibility and drive engagement. To that end, 2 SMART goals. First SMART goal, gain 1,000 new followers over the next 2 months by producing photo content that attracts new followers. This would be top of the funnel, introducing strangers to a brand that defines the Arizona existence. The KPI would be new followers, expanded engagement, and followers from regions outside of Mesa. Second SMART goal, double engagement over the next 2 months with video content that begs users to interact. This would be bottom of the funnel, getting customers to become advocates. The KPI would be video views and growth of engagement, likes, comments, and especially shares. To achieve those goals, I propose a double-headed campaign. Phase 1, Arizona Problems, a humorous look at life in Arizona that builds upon generalizations and hyperbole and aligns those tropes with CiderCore. The focus would be on photography and graphic design, but the opportunity to produce these as short-form video is also viable. Posted to Facebook and Instagram. Phase 2, CiderPod, a podcast based around issues relevant to CiderCore, conversations about brewing, philanthropic ventures, and issues related to CiderCore's community. Hashtag Arizona Problems plays to Arizona's pride of place. Through playful imagery based on unique characteristics of the Southwest, CiderCore piggybacks on an already established mindset to align the brand more closely with the identity of Arizona. New problems posted Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m. The key performance indicators would include follow interaction with the posts, whether it's simply a share or even a photo of their own Arizona problem, and ideally new followers. The ultimate goal would be gain 1,000 new followers within 60 days. Hashtag CiderPod serves as an information dump, but also can become the new must-attend event of the month. Streamed Facebook Live bi-monthly from the taproom Fridays at 3 p.m. and later hosted on YouTube. CiderPod would be a podcast about craft cider production, appreciation, philanthropic causes, special guests, as well as issues related to the CiderCore culture. KPIs are views, comments, and shares. Using themes from the podcast, whether promoting causes or furthering research on a given topic, CiderCore would be able to leverage existing audiences to expand their reach, encouraging followers to share and be shared. Show us your Arizona Problems breeds a reciprocity that can be self-sustaining, and if played well, Arizona Problems could become shorthand for example, Florida Man. by interviewing players in the craft brewing, wine, distilling, cider game, as well as representatives from their chosen charity, Cider Corps establishes its presence in front of a wider audience. Special guests, locals, and live setting provides the magical opportunity for the podcast to become something very special and potentially return every other Friday afternoon into the premier destination. A unique opportunity to leverage the existing followers on Facebook is to offer a discount in exchange for Facebook share. For example, if during the podcast all ciders were $1 off at the tap room, CTA could invite listeners to share the podcast to receive $1 off their next cider when they visit the tap room. Offering a discount, and not just solid content, makes for the kind of value that turns customers into ambassadors. Pursuing these two tranches on Facebook would ideally lead to more followers, more engagement, better conversations, which in turn would lead to more sales, wider distribution, compounding sales. By targeting people who have no idea about Cider Corps, hashtag Arizona Problems, and customers who are well bought in, hashtag CiderPod, they feed directly both sides of the funnel and nurture the organic growth of the brand.
Hey, man. Come on, look at the size of this fella.